think we should know by now that your age doesn't define your maturity. Grades do not define your intellect. Rumors do not define who you are. People's beliefs of who you become do not define who you grow up to be. I feel that it is safe to say, through thick and thin, good or bad, light or dark, sharp and soft, demonic or angelic, that there will always be somebody here watching. I am the Daywalker, the man of many swords, the half man, half vampire. Call me Blade. Good evening, YouTubers. Surprise. Welcome back to the next episode on Marvel Movie Mondays on Sterling on Cinemas. That's Cinemas with an S. Today I'll be giving you my review on the last Blade movie, Trinity. Before I begin, if you are new to this video or to this playlist, welcome back again. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment on the section below. If not, I'll be watching you. And the same thing goes if you're on Instagram. Follow him. Share his stories and adventures. Share his adventures on your stories with your friends and families and other followers. And leave something good to say on the section below. If not, you better watch your back. Enter Blade, Trinity. The war between humans and vampires continues, but the humans' best hope, human vampire hybrid warrior, Blade, has been framed for countless murders, turning popular sentiment against me. The vampire leader responsible for Blade's bad publicity is Danica Talos, who's determined to finally lead her bloodthirsty compatriots to victory. Now I must team up with a band of rogue vampire hunters played by Reynolds and Jessica Biel to save humanity. It is always important to differentiate the biggest from the best. Sometimes they can both exist and other times they don't. Blade Trinity is one of those entries in the franchise that is not better or worse than the last two. It is just an acceptable action horror movies from the 2000s. I have appreciated the hardcore action that it has brought throughout this trilogy, but could never get past the fact that it has felt more horrific than heroic. The direction where this movie takes Blade feels a little more superhero-esque because he goes out of his way and continues to hunt down vampires day and night. While being recognized by the broader media, and this briefly adds to his celebrity status, even though he would not see himself that way. However, the people's perception of the Daywalker gets twisted when he gets tricked into killing a supposed vampire. The fact that New York City was aware of Blade's rebel actions adds a slight Marvel flavor to a trilogy that seemed marvelous, not marvelous, marvel-less, without the Marvel formula. Films that don't have that Marvel aesthetic, that superhero look to it. Blade's entourage might have had more numbers in the last film, but this one felt more compelling as a trinity, as a threesome group. The big three vampires. Nothing about Blade changes in this entry except for the revelation that he is seen as a savior for killing off vicious vampires. It did kind of suck for the movie to let us know this right before they wrote him off to be a suspect for a crime he did not commit. Enter the Night Stalkers. The Daywalker meets the Night Stalkers, a pair of other resistant vampires who have the same goals as I. They both bring enough to a table that has never felt adequate. Jessica Biel's Abigail Whistler, the daughter of Christoph, is like the only piece of family Blade has left since Chris Christopherson's Whistler has died. And before He was Deadpool in X-Men Origins in his solo outing in 2016. Ryan Reynolds' first exposure to the Marvel Universe showed that he had the potential to play the Merc with a Mouth, even though he wasn't playing the Merc with a Mouth. His comedic timing and how much he contributes this in the film is one of the only few entertaining aspects of these movies so far. Dominic Purcell's Drake, not that Drake, not bling bling Drake. Dracula. Drake is short for Dracula. Maybe the first of his kind, the first vampire, obviously, we all know Dracula. But he feels no different from every other vampire or monster that we have fought in the past. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 25% score. 25% of all Rotten Tomatoes critics recommend Blade Trinity. As of 2004, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy and Bryan Singer's X-Men films were the best on-screen adaptations of anything Marvel-related so far. Blade Trinity is one that steps up the game a little to the point where you will at least stay awake and want to know what is going on. It has been cursed with a dreaded plot point, but has been blessed with comedic substance. So for that, Sterling gave it 7.1 SOs out of 10. So that is my review, my reading of Sterling Still's review on Blade Trinity. Y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And how excited are you guys ready to see Mahershala Ali to take on the shades, the trench coat, and the blade in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Now, don't get it twisted. That doesn't mean this is a Marvel Cinematic Universe film, but this character will be coming into the MCU later on. Played by Mahershala Ali, Oscar winner Mahershala Ali will be taking up the shades, the fangs, and the trench coat in the MCU. But how excited are you guys for that? You can let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later with my next couple of videos. Bye.